Thank you. I'm Katie Bisbee. I work for DonorsChoose.org, and I'm going to speak for less than 5 minutes about what we do and then announce surprise number 2. This is Charles Best. He, 13 years ago, he started teaching social studies in a high school in the Bronx. It was a really high poverty school. And he noticed immediately that every time he was in the teacher's lunchroom with his fellow coworkers, they spent the majority of their time talking about all of these innovative ideas that they wanted to do to teach their students. And then they talked about how much money they were already spending on school supplies out of their own pockets, and how they couldn't afford, they literally didn't have the budget for, and they couldn't afford out of their salary to take their students on field trips that they wanted to, or to buy art supplies that they thought would really bring a lesson to life, or books they wanted their students to read that they couldn't afford. So he started DonorsChoose.org, which seems like half of you know this already, but it's a website where any public school teacher, K through 12 across the US, can request exactly what it is to spark creativity and learning in their classroom. So it could be basic school supplies, it could be more advanced science equipment, really anything that they need. And then we verify these requests and put them on our website, and then anyone from across the country can pick the project that really speaks to them and fund the project. And once the project is funded, we ship supplies directly to the school for the teacher and her students, and then donors get thank you notes from the teacher and also photographs of the students either reading the book or on the field trip. So since Charles started this 13 years ago, over 1 million individuals have funded classroom projects across the US. And half of schools across the US have at least one teacher using the website. And there have been over 8 million students helped. I wanted to give you a quick flavor for the types of projects that are currently waiting for funding on the site that are involved, that have to do with play and creativity. There are 25,000 projects waiting for funding at any given time, so this is a really quick sample. But the first is a kindergarten teacher in Bridgeport, Connecticut, at a school where the majority of her students live below the poverty line, and she teaches 9 students with autism, and most of them are completely nonverbal. So she's requesting a car and garage toy set, and then a barn toy set that also comes with animals, so that the students can play with them and learn to be creative through this play. They're also learning to share and be like socially interactive with each other. The second project is another teacher outside of Atlanta who also is a really high poverty school, and her kindergarten students already are below where they should be in terms of math. So she's requesting math beans to have them learn everything from geometry to patterns to counting. And in her mind, being able to play with math is going to teach these kids kind of a higher order level of thinking and analysis than simply doing problems. And then the third project is a school in Chicago, Illinois, and this is a school where, again, really high poverty, where the teacher's requesting a listening center, so with earphones and then recording so kids can read books on their own. And she's also requesting puppet sets to go with it. And in her mind, creativity is so important and play is so important because kids get to make rules and decide who gets to play what role, and they get to solve problems. So again, these 3 teachers are all examples that I thought you might be interested in. Sandbox Summit has is kindly going to be giving you all a $50 DonorsChoose.org gift card, which gift cards, and you can go to DonorsChoose.org and you can pick a project to fund. And it could be having to do with play or with sparking innovation in the classroom. It could be a project in your hometown. I just looked at the Savannah High Schools while David was talking, and Beach High, I believe, had some projects waiting for funding. So choose whatever you want, and thank Sandbox Summit.